What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another MLB The Show 22 video. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. It is not a gameplay video. We're just going to do a quick review of all the content that dropped today. I'm going to do my best to try and do these every Friday, or at least every sort of major content drop that comes out. Just do a quick little recap. So if you have any questions or anything you're curious about, any stats you wanted to see, you can just pop up the video, take a quick look, and away we go. As always, if you enjoy the video, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. Help out the channel a lot. We're pushing out MLB The Show 22 content as much as I possibly can. So yeah, I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten lately, and we're going to keep rolling. All right, so let's start off with this August monthly awards program. So the first three cards that were dropped today are the final three Tops Now cards for August, and it starts off with Kyle Stowers from the Orioles, 101, 105 against righties, 87, 84 against lefties. I mean, decent fielding, nothing special. Again, these Tops Now cards, they're really not what we're here for. They're all right, but not amazing. Then we have Nathaniel Lowe from the Texas Rangers, 107, 97 against righties, 99, 88 against lefties, so a little bit better, but he can only play first base. His fielding is all right. Speed is not there, so again, if you're not a Texas Rangers fan, you're probably not going to use this card. Finally, we have the former Blue Jay for a day, Corey Dickerson, who went 10 for 10 in 10 consecutive at-bats. So really good contact against righties, 106 against lefties, 79, 74 power. I mean, it's all right, but nothing special. So as you're doing this program, if you don't already know, I mean, you're going to be doing these Tops Now moments, and you're going to be earning packs and stubs along the way. So show packs, ball and pack, stubs, bat skins, and then we get into stage 2. So once you've completed all of the Tops Now moments for the month and collected all of the Tops Now cards, then you get into stage 2, and this is where you get the better cards, the feature cards for the month. So we'll start with the 96 overalls. So there are 6 players in this pack: Alexis Diaz, Christian Walker, George Kirby, Jeff McNeil, Lars Nootbaar, and Pete Fairbanks. So 3 pitchers, 3 hitters. Let's take a look at some of their stats. So Alexis Diaz, closer for the Cincinnati Reds, 4-seam slider, 2-seam. So, has really good hits and Ks per 9, but again, he's basically a 2-pitch pitcher, 4-seam slider. I mean, he's got 99 breaks, so maybe you can use that 2-seam fastball as a little bit of more of a sinker. But personally, I'm not a big fan of just the fastball slider guys, so I probably will not be using this guy in my bullpen. The next pitcher we have, starting pitcher from the Mariners, George Kirby. And again, the stats aren't amazing. I mean, 99 velocity is nice. But the pitch mix, this is what you're really looking for: 4-seam cutter, curveball, circle change, as well as the sinker. I mean, sinker cutter combo has been the go-to for this year, definitely, for sure. Then the final pitcher, Pete Fairbanks from the Tampa Bay Rays, their closer. So again, 125 hits per 9, 100 K per 9, 99 velocity and break. 4-seam slider, sinker. I was hoping that he would have outlier on that 4-seam, but unfortunately he does not. So you're going to hover around that 97 to 100 range. You're not going to be hitting that 101, 102 with him. And then for our hitters, Christian Walker from the Diamondbacks, 346 average, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs in the month of August. 101, 101 power and contact against righties, 86, 90 against lefties, 99 fielding. So that's nice to see. But again, I mean, unless you're a Diamondbacks fan, are you putting Christian Walker on your team? Probably not. Jeff McNeil from the New York Mets is one of those cards that when I see his live series come up in a BR draft, I like to use, and generally does pretty well for me. So again, I mean, maxed out contact. Obviously the power is not there, but you're just looking to get base hits and some decent fielding. But he can play all around the field, so it's always nice to have that versatility. The final 96 overall is Lars Nootbaar. And again, he's more of the righty killer, over 100 against righties, abysmal against lefties, decent fielding and speed, but he's basically just going to be a bench bat, pinch runner, pinch hitter, somebody you can throw in there late in the game if you need to. As we go along through stage 2, I mean, you're going to get ball in, you're going to get some headliner packs, some more stubs, and then we get into the 98 overall pack. And then in here, we have 2 right-handed hitters, Alex Bregman and Randy Arozarena, and both of them actually have pretty good hitting stats. I mean, 100, 125 for contact, 89, 108 for Bregman. And then, of course, I mean, you see the clutch. You see the clutch. I see what you did there, SDS, trying to get those ratings up to a 98. A Rosarena, pretty similar, 100, 125 contact, 98, 107 power. Maybe a slightly better than Bregman in some of those stats. And then, obviously, he's got the speed and the base stealing ability. And then the final 98 from August, Zach Gallen, who went 5-0 with a .68 ERA, whip of .75, ended the month on a 34 and a third inning scoreless streak, which is pretty crazy. Many people, myself included, thought he was going to be our 99 overall Lightning player for the month, but SES wanted to give us hitters, and I'm not going to complain about that. If you take a look at Gallen's stats, 117 and 90 hits in case per 9, 77 velo, 99 break, but again, pretty good pitch mix with the four-seam knuckle curve, circle change cutter, and slider. If you take a look at the control, so four-seam and knuckle curve are really good control. And the pitch break, I mean, it's a little bit over the place. 99 break on the cutter, though, which that's really good to see. It's going to work kind of like a slider, but a little more straight across, more horizontal and less down movement. All right, after that, more headliners, more show packs, and then we get into some of the choice packs you can get. Takashi, Home Run Derby, All-Star Game, Toolbox, and then as well at 150 August monthly program stars, you're going to get the 1996 Lightning Flashback Jim Thome, who this card is going to absolutely mash right-handed pitching, 125 against righties. The ultimate bench bat, the ultimate platoon with a guy like Frank Thomas. Thome, great swing. He's always been, since they put him back in the game, this dude's just been smashing. So a card I'll probably try out for sure. And then we get into this guy, 99 Lightning Mookie Betts. Nobody saw this coming. Everybody thought we were getting a pitcher, but I am not disappointed. Last year, that 99 overall MVP Mookie Betts card absolutely raked for me. And this card looks like it's going to do the same. I mean, 103, 109 against righties, 125 and 110 against lefties, 97 fielding, 96 arm, 72 speed with good stealing. I mean, if you get this guy at a parallel 5, he's maxed out fielding. Almost 80 speed, and hitting stats are like almost 110 plus for everything. And then, as always, he can also play second base, which is huge because second base is always a position that's the hardest to fill. It's always hard to find a really good second baseman. So you can throw Mookie in there, and yeah, pretty excited to use this card. So after you finish stage 1, then you unlock stage 2, which is going to be more moments, and then you get missions to do. So the missions are, PXP with Tops Now players, and then PXP with all the monthly awards players. These guys seen here. Once you finish that off, once you unlock Mookie, then you move on to stage 3. And in stage 3, it's just PXP with Mookie Betts, PXP with the monthly awards players from August. And then you earn basically all of the rest of the August monthly awards cards that you wouldn't have picked with the previous packs, as well as a Ball and Out of Control pack at 225 program stars. Again, the stage 3 cards are not sellable, whereas all the earlier ones are sellable. But I do believe you need to collect at least 5 of them generally to get them, so you can buy them off the market as well if you want. You don't have to do this. You can buy them and then go unlock them and then come through. And when you unlock them through this, sell them. Do it however you like. Personally, I just work through the program. I'm not a big fan of like going in, spending stubs, getting them back. It's just too much work. And then SDS went and they also started the September monthly awards program. I mean, we're already to September 9th. So for this, they gave us 6 new Tops Now cards. So we'll go over these quickly. Connor Wong from the Boston Red Sox, Matt Duffy from the Angels, Kyle Bradish from the Orioles, absolutely mid starting pitcher, Wilmer Flores from the Giants, who actually has pretty decent hitting stats. I mean, him again, you get him to parallel 5 and you're almost at 100 across the board for the good hitting stats. And then finally, Nick Gordon here, 105, 113 against righties, 90, 175 against lefties, can play basically every position except first base and catcher, so lots of versatility. And then if you unlock all of those cards by playing the moments, and once you get them, you can go into the collection here. You can collect all 5 for 500 stubs, as well as a 97 overall Jake McCarthy from the Diamondbacks. And this card, I mean, looks all right. 100, 108 against righties, 94, 93 against lefties with 98 speed. Again, with all the Tops Now cards, kind of how they've been for most of the game. If you're not like a big fan of that player or that team, you're probably not really going to put them into your everyday lineup unless it's for an event, or if you're just using them to finish collections and things like that. They also dropped this, down further along in the program, which is probably going to be, in the three to 4 weeks before we can get this card. But the Lightning flashback player for September is Alfonso Soriano from September 2007. Led the MLB in home runs, extra base hits, and WAR with a 320 average, 14 home runs, 27 RBIs. And this card looks amazing. It's basically like the MOOKIE BETTS 2.0 outfielder who can play second base. Really good fielding, good speed, and the hitting stats are really, really, really nice. 118, 125 against righties, 102, 112 against lefties. So the splits are kind of a bit of a reverse of MOOKIE BETTS, but again, Soriano smashed the ball last year. This card looks amazing. I'm excited to use it. Too bad I gotta wait a month. STS. We got to figure something out a little bit different for this next year. Okay, then if we move on into what they dropped as far as just the main feature program, the back to old school program, we got our usual update, weekly update. So there's a new set, Spotlight Moments, earning 2,000 XP per moment. As well, new team build missions. Looks like Yankees, Braves, Astros, and Reds missions. Collection, so if you collect MOOKIE BETTS, the Lightning MOOKIE BETTS card, which I guess nobody has, so he hasn't showed up in here. If you collect the Lightning MOOKIE BETTS cards, that's 15,000 XP. And then week 2 exchanges, so same exchange system as they've had for the past few. 50,000 for each division for 5,000 XP towards the program. And then there's a new conquest as well. So this conquest looks pretty simple. You have 5 strongholds you need to take over. As far as the missions, there are no stealing fans missions, which are always the annoying ones. So you don't have stealing fans. You get a toolbox choice pack at the end, some XP and stubs along the way, a couple of more uniforms for the uniform collections as well. So that shouldn't take too much time at all. Again, what I would suggest is start doing the moments for the player of the month, unlock the top snow players and the monthly awards, and then plug them into your lineup, go through Conquest, earn PXP through that, and then you're basically knocking out 2 things at once between the Conquest as well as the monthly awards program. Finally, we got a couple new items in the pack shop. Set 44 headliners, which this headliner is 99 Mark Pryor, and this card, it's a 99, I guess. And then we got the Juicy Pack, which made with Real Set 1, whatever that means. And this is 8 brand new cards to the game. So we have, as far as the base round, there's a 98 Orlando Cepeda, whose hitting stats are actually pretty decent. A 98 Rod Carew, obviously maxed out contact, not really anything for power, decent speed, your classic run-of-the-mill Rod Carew card. You have a Retro Finest 1974 Catfish Hunter, who, nobody's really ever excited about Catfish Hunter, but he's always there. And then, everybody's favorites, let's call this guy the budget Honus Wagner, Richie Ashburn. Really good contact, decent fielding and speed, but no power at all. Finally, 98 Jason Hayward, 2015 from the St. Louis Cardinals, Retro Finest. 112, 98 contact, 80, 65 power. Really good fielding, but that's it. And then for the rare round, we have a 99 3000 hit Robin Yount, who actually looks not bad, like decent for a Robin Yount card. 119, 120 contact with 85, 84 power. Good fielding, decent speed. All right. Probably one of the better Robin Yount cards we've seen. Then we have a second half Jeff Bagwell, who his hitting stats was actually shocked me. They were a lot better than I was expecting. 103, 125 contact, 110, 110 power to both sides. So yeah, he should mash. If you like Jeff Bagwell, you like his swing. I've never been a huge fan of the Jeff Bagwell swing, but if you like it, maybe someone to try out. And then finally, this would be my pick if I were to get the rare round, is the 300 strikeout leaked Vita Blue lefty starting pitcher, 4-seam curveball, changeup, slider, 2-seam. I always kind of have trouble hitting this card and pitch pretty well with them in past years. So personally, I would recommend picking up this guy if you do happen to pull the rare round. Let's see, they're going for about 60K right now for the rare round, so not bad. The packs themselves are 30, so you can take your chance with 2 packs or just buy Vita Blue. Now, as you can see, I did buy one of these packs. I had recorded this video, and for some reason the audio wasn't set up properly, so I recorded it without audio. I did open one of the packs, so I'm just going to throw that clip up right now so you can see how we did. As you can see, we got the base round. Nothing crazy. I wasn't really sure who to decide. Ultimately, I ended up deciding on Orlando Cepeda, just because I thought he had the best hitting stats. And I feel like the second half heroes have been one of the harder sets to collect as far as when collections come around. So I try to like stack up a few of those cards. Thanks for watching. As I said before in the intro, I'm going to keep trying to put out these little content reviews on, once a week or when the bigger content drops happen. Just so if you can't get to your Xbox or PlayStation, you can go somewhere, open up one of these videos and get all the information that you need. Again, if you have any questions about anything, put it down in the comments below. And I'd also like to know, what do you think about today's content drop? What do you think about the MOOKIE BETTS card? If you pulled the rare round in the juicy pack, who are you taking? Okay, we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.